So you're scrolling through Instagram or TikTok and you come across something like this, and you're totally puzzled because someone has chosen to take their turbo and stick it in their car's butts. Well, today we're going to talk about butt turbos, or rear mount turbos, or remote turbos as they are known as. We're going to dig into what are some of the major benefits, why people do this. Hey guys, my name's Caleb with Black Pearl Media. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about all things cars here, including my rear mount turbo 350Z making just under 600 wheel horsepower. So let's tackle the why question. Not everybody has room in their engine bay. And if there is enough room, some people are very afraid of the compromising heat to the components around it. Not just the engine itself and the cylinders overheating and the engine overheating, but also you got to think about your wires, your fluids, everything that's close to that turbo. You have to make sure is meticulously protected from all the heat of a spinning turbo that's spinning like crazy, causing all sorts of heat and can cause a lot of problems. So for some people, it's a necessity to relocate that turbo, and a place that makes the most sense is in the back. Now, another reason why rear mount turbos are popular, because you don't have to necessarily use an intercooler. So the natural air flowing underneath the car, hitting those charge pipes, is naturally cooling down that charge air that is being delivered to your car, so you don't have to run an intercooler per se. Now, I personally do run an intercooler. That's just my own choice. I like that extra safety, but if I wanted to, I could certainly pull that out and just plumb it right to the intakes, or rather intake manifold. Now, building a system can come with its own complications and its own challenges. There's a lot of piping involved. There's a lot of R&D involved. If nobody's done a kit for your specific car, there could be some R&D in design and a couple of, trial and error parts and pieces that you guys need to use and get around. Now, if you have a Nissan 350Z or a G35, you can check out my playlist where we went through the entire build series, so you can get a lot of tips, tricks, see what I got right, see what I got wrong, and you guys will have a good resource there. And if you guys are looking for a tuner that is experienced in this, I know a lot of VQs are very popular for rear mounts nowadays because there is not a lot of room in the engine bay, but I can personally recommend Limp Mode Tuning up in Maine, who will be able to help you tune the vehicle, and some design inputs as well if you guys are looking for that. But apart from the turbo just being farther away from the engine bay, the main components are the same. You got your fuel, you got your air, you got your tubing. The only thing that's different is your tubing's longer and you need to mount it in the back, and you also need a scavenge pump to circulate the oil from the front to the back. TurboWorks has a very popular line of scavenge pumps that are used on a variety of different builds. You can find them on eBay for a range of prices depending on what size that you're gonna need. I encourage you to talk to your tuner or your shop to see what they best recommend. Given that a turbo works by exhaust gases spinning a turbine and pressurizing the air in the charge pipe to get to the engine, there is a little bit of lag. The further the air has to build towards, the more lag you will experience. Because of this, it can be more difficult to utilize a rear mount system on a lower displacement engine, where the lack of torque can make lag very frustrating in the lower RPM range. Now, there's ways to tune around this, but this is where it's important for you guys to do your research beforehand, talk to your tuner, and link up with somebody who's confident in making these systems, or at least tuning these systems, so that they can put in their input so you can plan out your build accordingly. In general, it's just a good rule of thumb to always work with somebody who has experience in these kind of things. But again, I understand that if you have a platform that is not very popular with this kind of setup, you might have to do some digging for other people to help you out and design it on your own. It can be done. In the end, you're gonna have a car that has much more power, is a lot safer, with a little bit of lag, but honestly, I can tell you from experience, it is a lot of fun. Depending on how you set it up, it's not much more lag than a front mount, but there's a lot of factors that go into that. Size of the turbo, size of your piping, your tune, all this kind of stuff goes into play. But even if you have a little bit of lag, then don't worry about it. It's just a little bit of lag. The power is gonna come. And when it hits like a freight train, and you're gonna be smiling the whole time.
Oh my
In conclusion, the rear mount might be just what you need for your specific application and for what you find to be important for your specific needs. Heat management, ease of access, and cool factors were really important to me. And if that meant I got a little bit of power on top of that without worrying about ruining my car's longevity, then that was worth it for me. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of the rear mounts? Do you think that they're a viable option, or do you think they're just kind of a weird, hokey party trick that influencers use on their cars? What? I think they're a lot of fun, all right? It's fun. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Caleb with Black Pearl Media. Hit that subscribe button, watch some more videos, leave a comment, like the video, hit the bell, all that stuff. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you on the next one.